teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway. Knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look, Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it tougher for the snow, we still gon' break roads. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash Valdez. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Panda the Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Baron, and I guess I see someone in the backfield. What's this? Looks like Grant the Cub just jumped in too. How you guys feeling? How's it going? Are you happy combine season?
Happy combine season.
Happy combine season.
So if anyone doesn't know, that obviously the combine has started. The general managers, the coaches have all been meeting today. Met with the media. They talked about stuff we heard from Ryan Pace. We heard from Ben Johnson, Ryan Poles, and we heard from Ben Johnson today in Indianapolis today. They talked about their partnership, how they're going to work together. That Ben Johnson's going to have a lot to say about the actual fabric of this rotation, the depth of who we're going to be going for. Talked about a lot of those things and how they're going to gauge prospects and work in unison to find out who are the best players. So I mean that was a lot today. Going forward, this is the schedule for the combine. Wednesday, defensive linemen and linebackers will meet the media for the first 3 hours. Then the head coach and general managers will be available for the media again tomorrow. Thursday, defensive linemen and linebackers will start their drills. Defensive backs and tight ends will meet the media. On Friday, quarterbacks, running backs, and receivers will be in the media, while the defensive backs and tight ends will begin their drills. And then on Saturday, we have offensive linemen will be with the media, while quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers begin their drills. Sunday is the drills for offensive linemen, which is the one that we need to be paying the most attention to because we need to replace the entire line.
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about all that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Baron.
It feels like it's going to be pretty much the first couple days and the last couple days is going to be the big focuses of the Bears this combine season.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a good opportunity for us to check on, see what Will Campbell's like, see what the other offensive linemen like on Sunday. So it'll be a big key for us to see what are we looking at, who could we use in the top 10 at number 10, and let's see. Like I said, D linemen. I'm also be looking at a lot of the D linemen too because we just got rid of one of our D linemen. So I'll be looking at that.
Why? No, we're signing D linemen. Don't why waste time? Stop wasting time. No, we don't need to do that. We got rid of DeMarcus Walker for a reason. DeMarcus Walker saved us $5 million
because he pretty much going.
Everett saved us another $5 million. So each one of those guys saved us $5 million.
And that will put us at where as far as the cap space?
Around $80 million. It was important to do that. You had to do what you need to do. You need to save $10 million more matters.
Yeah,
it really does.
Especially with the increase this year being
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So like this was a necessary evil. It's something that had to happen. As much as I will say DeMarcus Walker probably had his best season as a Bear this past season, it didn't matter. We had to get rid of him because of what was going on.
Yeah. Poles alluded to it today that he was saying that it was also a scheme fit. That DeMarcus Walker it'd be hard to fit in Dennis Allison's scheme.
Because he's not a 3-4, he's not a rushing line defensive end. And then if you did make him into a defensive end and you went to a 3-4 scheme, because it's a 3-4-4-3 hybrid, you need faster guys on the outside and bigger guys at defensive end.
Right.
So, that's not him. He's in between. He's a 4-3 defensive end. So it just made sense. And then same thing with Gerald Everett. You're not going. They might draft a tight end. So that was another prelude to that.
Yeah. And I also see what Pohl said too. I mean, it's highly unlikely, but they were talking about getting a defensive end in free agency. Pohl's also alluded to he wouldn't mind. I don't see it happening, but he wouldn't mind, signing a DN and drafting one.
No, I think that will happen. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. They signed someone, drafted somebody, or they're signing a defensive end and drafting a 3 technique. Go ahead. Obi.
I think pretty much they're going to draft a guy. They're going to draft a guy. They're going to draft a guy who's a project player, like they're trying to do the Eagles route. Have a guy already there.
They got Austin Booker. Yeah.
You have Austin Booker, who is a project guy, who has a lot of talent. But if you get someone, let's say, I'm all for this. If making Ram falls to us all of a sudden in your face, you can't help but
you can't pass on that.
You don't do that. So then now you have a 3 technique and you sign the defensive end. Now you fix that. Now you go all in on all these guys for the rest of your picks. Where are the Bears rest of the Bears picks? Well, of course, we have number 10 overall. That's in the first round. We have number 39 via the Carolina Panthers in the second round. And we all have our own number 41 in the second round. We have number 72 in the third round, and then drops all the way to the 5th. So those 1, 2, 3, 4 in the top 75, 73 picks are huge. You need to have those opportunities because that's how you really change your team. So through free agency and those draft picks, that's how you really are able to kind of add on to the team. We also have 148, which is in the 5th round. We have 197 in the 6th round, which we got for Pittsburgh for Justin Fields, which doesn't make any damn sense. We have 2 7th round picks, one from Miami, one from Cleveland at 235 and 242. So that's what we got.
Yep.
Got Anzo in the building. What up? What's up, Anzo?
What's up, Anzo?
Appreciate you jumping in here. As far as the Bears' needs, I'm just going to guys read this off to you guys. We should all know exactly what they are. We need an edge rusher, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We need a guard.
Yep.
We need a center. We need a tackle.
Yeah.
We need a running back, possibly a tight end, and possibly a backup safety.
You could probably get one in the back half of the draft.
Well, you don't have to look
running back trap.
So there is a talk for running backs as far as the Bears about a really good fit, especially with Declan being our new offensive coordinator. There was a running back that keeps on kind of popping up that everyone keeps on saying this might be a really good fit, a David Montgomery type of mode. He's probably a second round pick, or possibly, I don't know if he lasted the 3rd round, but second round pick probably is him. I don't know if he's still there. I will go a different way, but Caleb Johnson has been rumored to be looking for the Bears a lot.
I told you guys about him, man.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. If I was going to do that, I'll probably get like Henderson. Like, okay, looking at him, I could probably get Hampton, who's done more over the last couple of years than Caleb Johnson, who just had one great year this year.
Yeah,
which is a very true point. The other issue with going
also slower.
Well, Caleb Johnson is also an early 2nd round pick,
right? And that kind of intertwine what we're really trying to do and build this offensive lineup. So it wouldn't be a smart move to go running back that early in the draft.
Well, they did it with Jahmyr Gibbs.
They did, but
Jahmyr Gibbs had something special, and also he had something special.
And the offensive line was already stacked.
That's true. But what if they say that Caleb Johnson is someone we can't pass up?
I wouldn't be mad at it.
I could pass him up.
Mad at it.
Yeah, I could pass.
I mean, I could pass him up too, but I wouldn't be mad if Ben Johnson has a process he's trying to create. He has a culture he's trying to create. That at this point, I can't really get mad at. It's a reach, yes. Can I get? But I can't really get mad at it, especially right now, especially with bringing the whole new regime. And I can't really be mad at that though. But
I would rather give me the 10th, the 39th, and the 41th pick. You go running back with either the 41 pick or you go with the 72 pick. That's when you go running back. That's why I think that makes more sense. You that 10 and that 39, you have to go lineman. Doesn't matter offense or defensive lineman. You have to go that way.
There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean, it's like I said, it's to the point now where they asked about Braxton Jones today, and I could see polls. He's it's the way he sounded. He was out on him. He said there's gonna be some competition coming in for that left tackle spot. So, like I said, I think 10 is gonna have to be a tackle at 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
generally this? Like looking at the running back class, this is one of the deepest it's ever been. Like,
no, that really is. I mean, with Travion being there, Judkins is there.
Like France, all the good running backs are coming out this year.
Yep. Yeah. I agree.
So, like, if you could pass on Caleb Johnson, you could probably get like one of these guys, like Kamon guy, Woody Marks, Phil Malfa. They're getting at like the back end of the 5th round. Probably get some of these guys who are probably not as well known, but they've done just as much already.
I think Travion Henderson and Judkins, who coming from a dual backfield, like what you're going to run more often in the NFL,
right?
Makes a lot more sense, and you could grab them a lot later. It just doesn't make sense to be doing this so early.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some stud backs that we can probably grab in the later rounds. We could probably grab maybe Taj Brooks from Texas Tech, or we can probably grab in the later rounds Jordan James from Oregon. Built a 4.45.
I said it. I said that last week. Oregon. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, he's very fast. So
yeah.
Now, if you have a chance at getting a left tackle, and we've talked about this with Kelvin Banks Jr., Will Campbell, Josh Simmons, Armin Mimble, who are you looking for? Now, the reason why I asked this is because I've seen a lot of mock drafts now where Armin Mimble is actually flying up the draft board.
Now I don't understand it.
The reason is that he's 6'4". We're gonna find out what his actual numbers on the combine, but he runs a 4.9 40. He's by far the fastest guy coming out of the combine to be his size. He's 332 pounds with a 4.9 40. That's the reason they said his tape is you don't know that you're getting a tackle traits, and that's what scares me about him.
He screams guard. He screams guard.
He does scream guard. He does scream guard. I agree. And you can put him at guard.
He screams Skronsky.
But so does Will Campbell.
Right. Will Campbell got short arms. That's why he got short arms. He has short arms. Will Campbell got short arms. And you need to have long, strong arms to be a left tackle, man. Especially now. Yeah, but I would like the Simmons pick though. I'm hearing a lot about how the buzz about
Josh Simmons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of buzz about him, especially at 10.
6'5", 310 pounds. He's very elusive. He has good feet. 5'1", 540. Yeah, I can see it, but I honestly think that he's more of a middle to late first round left tackle. I can see him maybe going 17, 18, 19, something like that. Kelvin Banks seems to be the prospect. What I don't like about Kelvin Banks, even though he has a great arm length, I don't know if he's Paris Johnson, who could play guard or tackle, that end up being either one of those places. Even though he's 6'4", 320, he's more of a strong guy. And He's very good versatility, but I don't know if he's a stout left tackle, a no doubter.
Right.
And that's my question with him. Is it better to go with Josh Simmons, who's an unbelievable athlete? You know, great finishing ability to pair at left tackle, or go Kelvin Banks?
I would say Kelvin Banks because for me, the size one. But like you said, if you said he's kind of he could be a guard tackle type. So let's say you stick with Braxton Jones. You don't
spend the 10th pick on a guard.
A guard. You don't do it. And they've done it before. The Bears have done that before. It hasn't worked out. Like I said, you don't spend it on a
When
on
have
a
they
guard.
gone for a 10th pick?
Was it Chris Williams? Remember Chris
Williams?
Williams?
Thought to be a tackle. They thought he was a tackle.
They was actually tackle, but didn't he end up moving into guard, right?
And then he moved off the team first, and then had to go.
Right. But I like I said, going for that. Like you said, it is a reach. But I would take Kelvin Banks, though. I think the talent is there, the size is there. He could be a cornerstone left tackle to pair with Darnell. That's just me, because you have so many question marks with Will Campbell. So that's what I would do.
All right, Ben, I got a question for you.
I will also go Kelvin Banks.
Okay.
Also because I watched, as you know, I'm a Michigan fan. I watched a couple of Josh Simmons games, and I don't know, maybe it's just the Michigan game, but at the Michigan game, he kind of looked like the whole line looked kind of didn't get any push off against them. And since he's left tackle, he's probably facing Josiah Stewart, and he really didn't move Josiah Stewart off the ball.
But why does he need to if he's a left tackle? What's your number one concern with your left tackle?
Pass blocking.
Check your blind side. Check your blind side.
Okay, if you can pass block, so why does that have anything to do with anything? You know, as long as he can move the guy, and he's going to get double teams, and he's athletic enough to move his feet. That's probably my number one priority.
Yep.
Yeah.
My concern, even kind of piggybacking off of what you're saying, Baron, is that he's only 310 pounds. And I already have Braxton Jones there, who's light in the ass.
Yeah, like a 6'1", 250 guy could hold up against you.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So when he's unbelievable athletic, he's unbelievably athletic. But if he's not big enough, I worry about that. 6'4", 320 is a bigger dude. 6'5", 310 starts to get a little skinnier.
That feels more like a guard.
No, he doesn't. He's 6'5". He's
6'5".
Yeah.
That's a prototype size-wise for left tackle.
He's long. He's really athletic. He can play basketball. He's all those things. You know, he did masterful against SEC pass rushers. Edge rushers going through the entire little thing that we had. You know, so why going all the way to the national championship? So I see Josh Simmons being great at pass blocking. I don't know if he's worth a top 10 pick. So, which I'm totally against trading down. But if the Bears did trade down,
do they get first and second? If somebody's desperate?
No, it'll be like if you're going from like 10 to 20 and you pick up a third.
Okay.
Would you be okay with that? Going from 10 to 20.
Okay, so we go for Josh Simmons, and then we get another pick.
A top 65 pick.
Okay, so that means we have the pick that since they want Johnson so bad, they could put him get him there. They want him so bad.
I mean, we could stick if we get another pick like that. We could still load up on offensive linemen. Still, that adds another element to adding to whatever prospect is out there, like a center, something like that. You know what I mean?
Depends on what you get in free agency.
Yeah.
Why would you then waste it in free agency? Because you have to worry about both sides of the line. You do have to get another running back. You do need to get
another tight end.
Probably. Well, I mean, you need a tight end, but I don't think how much you really do.
You could get developmental time in. You could get the guy who has the physical ability, but not the skill.
We're assuming that we need a tight end because of Ben Johnson. We're assuming that that's what he's going to want. But really, Sam Laporta was really the number one tight end. You want depth. We already have that here, and you're already paying him.
Right.
Yeah. So I think you guys bring up a lot of good points.
Yeah.
But until we can fix pass rusher, I think that's probably got to be our focus too, and that's why we have to look at defensive ends coming into the draft, which is going to be cool because what defensive lineman starts on Thursday. That's with the drills. We'll see the 40. We'll see the bench press. We'll see all those things starting Thursday at 2 p.m. Now, I went to the gym today, and I did 225 myself, and I did it for 34 times. Okay. Anyone that I want coming out of our draft as an offensive lineman needs to be able to do it at least 30 times. And that's going to help determine that. As far as pass rushers go, I want to see what your 3-cone drill is.
Yeah, because that's short quickness.
Mm-hmm.
Agility, be able to move. Yep.
Exactly, be able to move and maybe show me you can make pass rush moves. You can do all those things, and then the 40 shows me that you have speed, straight ahead speed. But if you have straight ahead speed and agility, now you're cooking with something. So now I'm really interested in seeing what Mike Green has, what Jack Sawyer has, what Josiah Stewart has. You know, I want to see what type of player they're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no doubt that Abdul Carter is the number one guy, right? But we're not looking for the number one guy. We're looking for a guy that's going to fall to us, you know, in the second round. So number 39, number 41. You know, what if I told you that Landon Johnson will be available somewhere? Landon Johnson is available in 23, and you could trade up. You'll be able to take both your second and your 4th round pick. Would you trade up to kind of get someone like him?
No, not in this draft class.
Why not? Why? Because you think it's too good of a draft class?
Yeah. I kind of do.
Right.
I kind of do.
You're right.
I kind of do.
You talk about Landon Jackson from Arkansas, right?
Jackson, yeah,
Jackson from Arkansas.
You could keep your pick and draft Princely.
That's a good one.
This assuming you draft an alignment at 10, right? This assuming you draft an alignment at 10, right?
Yeah. Or you could draft. No, you could have went backwards. You could have not just went to 10. So say you going backwards. So say you drafted the lineman at 17. Would you trade your 2nd and 4th? Would you need more people to go back in and get a higher pick? Or would you wait to the 2nd round and hope that Nick Gordon's there?
No. If the opportunity is there, he falls like one of those guys fall, and as the opportunity's right there, and you are the 2nd and the 4th, I do it. I
don't see the big difference between Landon Jackson and anyone like
Nick Gordon.
Or Prince Lion. I don't see the difference, that big of a difference. Or JT Tuimoloau. I don't see a big difference.
Yeah,
I don't see a big difference either. I don't see a big difference either.
I think JT's going to be really special.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys like he has flashes, but he's not bad all the time.
I think that at 6'5", or with a 4.6 40, he has unbelievable athleticism. I have to see if he can, what his 3-cone technique was. I have to see what his 20-yard push is. I want to see his fly 40. I want to see some of those moves because I want to see people that can move and adjust. Yep. And I want to see how strong he is. You know? Because Josiah Stewart, who might last till the end of the 2nd round, might be just as good.
What about Tyree Williams?
But he is smaller, and that's going to be a problem as a defensive end.
But he has a lot of skill. But he also, like, you see, it's like he's small. He's just a good. He's good at ball.
But he's small. So 248 at 6'1" is a problem.
Yeah. That could be a huge problem, huge issue.
I can see him be closer to 6 foot. He'd be like 6 foot, like 240. I can see that.
Yeah, I can't. That's a linebacker.
Yeah,
that's a linebacker. I can't do that. So no, but we have the reason I brought up Nick Gordon is because I thought his size, explosiveness, his technique, make him immediately a great contributor, and I think that 6'4", 285 with a 4.7 40 is the type of guy I would love to get. Why? Because Montez Sweat's on the other end.
Another freak. Gotcha.
And that's the type of guy I'm looking to get, sink my teeth into. That would be great overall.
Do you like Tyleek? Do you like Tyleek Williams?
I do like Tyleek Williams.
He's a nose.
Exactly.
He's a natural nose.
He's natural nose.
He's not even a 3 technique. He's not even a 3 technique. I think he's a nose guard.
Yeah.
You think him and Javon could be good? Him and Javon could work together up the middle. I'm just saying if they would have.
No, Javon is not going to. Javon's going to be a 3-4 tight end defensive end. He's not
3-4. Oh,
yeah, he's huge, but
he's too long. He's too tall. Javon Dexter's too tall.
He's 6'6", good pass rushing, but can't really run block.
It's the problem at 3 technique because then when people get under your pads, you're always going to get driven back.
You're going to be driven back. Yep.
And that's what he continues to do. When time they're run blocking, he stands up, they drive him backwards. Javon Dexter is a great defensive end. I think he'd be a great defensive end in a 3-4 scheme. All right. As far as guards go, I think we do need to try to draft one guard because we got 2. Even if we sign one off the free agency, we still need to have another one going on. So where do you think we could go for a guard? Do you think we go someone like Joshua Gray? Do you want someone like Dylan Fairchild, who's a great prospect? How high are you willing to jump?
I'm not going to.
Are either take Fairchild like Fairchild, who has a lot of potential, who's kind of inconsistent, or take Ratledge, who's known as a rock, pretty solid. Is Fairchild ready?
I like Fairchild at my number 72 pick. If Fairchild's at 72 in my 3rd round, I'm going 100% going, and he might be our starting right guard.
What about Tyler Cooper? And probably in the later round.
So Tyler Cooper, I need to know that you're able to produce all the time, and that's my concern. Are you going to be there day in, day out? Tyler Cooper, Minnesota is just not a great guard place, so I'm not sure about him. So if I'm going to the 3rd round pick, I'm going with something special, or I'm just going to wait till later. Find a smaller guy and build him up.
So
maybe I go
Jackson,
Connor Colby. Maybe I go Connor Colby, and I wait to the 5th round.
Or you could go Addison West, maybe go Addison West, or I don't know how far Tate Ratledge is going to drop. I don't think he's going to probably drop to the 3rd round. Tate Ratledge.
Ratledge? Yeah. Ratledge is a 2nd rounder. I mean, early. He might be a 1st rounder, really.
Yeah. 6'6", 320. I mean, that's crazy.
I think he's probably into the 2nd round. So it depends on where your draft goes to decide if you're going to grab a guy to like that. So yeah, no. I mean, Tyler Buck is the number 1 guy.
Right. Are you out on him as far as they would have?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going. Back. No, and in my trade back, I'm going to get my tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get a guard.
Okay.
Do you think Tyler Booker will slide to 39?
No,
I think Tyler Booker will be going at like 22.
He's going 1st round. He's going 1st round. But like I think
people are going to see him, realize how good he really is, and say he jumps off the page. He's an 87, 88, 89 type of guy. Those guys usually go in the 1st round.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Linderbaum. So
What about a Miles Frazier, LSU?
Too far down.
Yeah.
Too far down.
Mm-hmm. Miles Frazier, 6'5". You know, he's he has the power, but not the speed.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's okay with picking up stunts. He's okay with, you know, but he's more of a run game guy. He's more of put my hand in the ground and be a mauler. And right now we're looking for guys that are going to be good pass rushers, and we can teach them how to, you know, form and run the ball, run game fit. I think Ben Johnson can do that, and even with our offensive line coach, they're going to find that. They're going to find a guy who actually can move their feet first and then go from there. The old school mauler guards are almost a thing of the past because you're trying to be able to run stretch plays. You're trying to run. You really don't see a lot of guards play anymore. You know, when you're talking about, you know, guard tackle double team to the linebacker going out on a power. You don't see that as much. You love to have that ability, but you don't see it. So, you know, you're not drafting someone high with that. We're looking for that. I think Frazier might even fall someone 6th or 7th round, honestly.
Eesh.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that Willie Lampkin, who's like 5'10", 270, will get drafted higher than him?
Yes.
Man. Yeah. I mean, he has a higher grade than him.
Because he also you treat him like you treat your center. You know, leverage is the name of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So though he does sound short, the leverage is the thing that you kind of changes it. So yeah, I think that, you know, I would rather have a shorter, more agile, quicker guy at guard who has great leverage and still great power and good, you know, movement, especially because he's a wrestler in the interior lineman position than the mauler.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what these combine guys are doing. These scouts are actually looking for. They're looking for guys that could fit the scheme. And Ben Johnson's scheme, don't when you're looking at this, don't look at Noah Sewell. You know, don't look at Sewell. Not Noah. What's his name? Penei Sewell. Don't look at Penei Sewell. Because Penei Sewell is
one. Yeah.
You're not going to find another guy like Penei. So, like, you know, he could go play tight end if he wanted to play tight end. He could be as fast as that. You're not going to get. But we look for the rest of the guys that know how to, you know, pass set. They also know how to double team and work to the next level and pick up stunts. That's probably what you're looking for.
Yeah. Like I said, agile. You put them on the move, stuff like that. Because, like I said,
but not getting bull rushed. But you don't want to be bull rushed. You need to be strong enough to not get bull rushed. So that's what you're looking for. You want nasty dudes that like to finish the blocks, but also know how to pass rush. Yeah. I mean, know how to pass block. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, all right. So besides the line, because we know we're going to have to be focused on the line, where do you think the Bears look for? You know, I told you what they needs, but where do you think they actually look?
I think safety will be as an underrated topic because you don't know what Jaquan Brisker's health is going to be like going into the season. So I can really see them in the later rounds.
You do know it's going to be going into the season. You just don't know what it is throughout the season.
Right. I don't know if he's going to be ready for training camp. I don't know if he's going to be ready for training camp or even the first part of the season.
He was ready now.
Oh, he is ready now?
Okay. Yeah, he's ready now.
Yeah. No, he passed. He passed.
He already passed. Like, if it was, you know, week 2 of the playoffs, he would have been playing.
He would have been playing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think we do need some help in the safety spot because Byard's not going to be there forever either. So
how old do you think Byard is?
Early 30s, right? 31?
How old do you think, Baron?
30. 29.
I believe it's 29.
Okay, so he's still on the youthful side.
Yeah, that's why we just got him last year. I think he's still 29. So, you know, I want to check to make sure my math is correct, but Kevin Byard is 30. He is 30. He's right. 31. He's 31.
Told you.
Yeah, but if I
So do you
signed
want
him, I
someone
signed him
closer?
to a huge contract like that. I don't think I'm going to get rid of him, or even put more resources in there. Do you think
Yeah,
that? So so you like safety going there.
yeah.
We already talked about running back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you look at wide receiver ever, especially in the 6th or 7th round?
No,
Do you reach?
no, we can't develop them. We can't develop them.
It's a very good point.
No.
We've had a lot of guys that we've tried to develop, and none of them have come out. None of them.
I had so much faith in Riley Ridley when he came and we drafted Riley Ridley.
Really.
I had faith in him. Like, anything like Calvin will be okay, but no, we could not. I thought Williams was gonna be good. We got him in the 7th round, and he turned out to be a flop, a 7th rounder. But like I said, we can't develop anybody, even though after we get one to free agency though, a receiver we get on the free agency.
Do you think we can't develop a wide receiver, or is it because we have never had the
right person,
a quarterback that can develop a guy?
Well,
or do you look for guys that they do one skill set really, really well, and you utilize that? Someone who's a shorter guy who's shifty, and you utilize that.
Like a short guy who's just fast.
Yep.
I was gonna say even one of those short, slow white guys.
I mean, hey, that could work.
They're quick.
Like a Wes Welker, Edelman, Amendola, those types.
Those guys that are good at finding space and finding spots and being, that safety blanket for your quarterback.
The key, like you said, but that goes back to your one of those points. Do we have a quarterback that will be able to get these guys involved? Like I said,
I don't know if we will ever know that. I mean, that was something that was actually brought up in the combine today. Ryan Poles was asked as he talked about his offensive line. He said, yes, we definitely do need to increase our help in offensive line, but let's not. It's not, all the sacks, the 68 sacks that were given, were not completely the offensive line's fault. Caleb was still the most sacked quarterback because he didn't get rid of the ball. It's not just all the offensive line. Yeah,
and I think people now have to understand that they can't just go off of. Well, the offensive line was bad. There was plenty of games where Caleb had really good protection, and it ended up being either a covered sack or he just couldn't see the field for some reason. So I mean, like I said, it's just it's a team thing. It's all 11 guys. So if somebody's not doing their job, you're bound to be bad things to happen with a turnover, 3 and outs, all that type of stuff. So, I mean, I think we do need a short, twitchy guy that can get open, safety blanket, that can help Caleb out. Because I said we got Cole Kmet, but like I said, we got to get him involved next year too. But those two, that's what made Tom Brady so great. He had all those safety blankets for him.
No, that's not what made Tom Brady great.
But looking at the draft, there's like maybe a few like Brendan Presley from Oklahoma State, Jimmy Horn's a short, fast guy. I was looking at generally.
He's looking for a good slot receiver that knows how to get open and play in space. That's what you're really looking for. Because we talk about drafting a tight end, but you don't necessarily need if you got a good slot guy, you don't need a tight end.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't need to stretch the field as much as you need to be able to stretch the middle and get open and do things like that are special. Yeah.
So if you were to go, I'm just saying, you say we shouldn't go receiver at all. If you're looking and later in the round, who are you looking at for as a receiver? If you were to go receiver, who are you looking at that would think would be a good reach in the 6th, maybe 5th, 6th, 7th round? If you had a choice.
I'll probably, if I had to get a wide receiver, I would probably try to get back into the 4th round and go after Tez Johnson.
Stud.
But
Tez Johnson stud.
I'm not paying for it. I'm not wasting a 3rd round pick on him. If he's there in the 4th, then that's what I'm
getting him. Yeah, 5'9", look like a wet blanket.
I'm not gonna lie. If Xavier Restrepo falls, I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him too. I like him a lot.
Once again, they have to fall to a fourth or fifth round type of situation. You cannot waste a pick on this guy from when you need talent on your line. That's what you really need to be focusing on.
I don't think they're going to fall that far because after like Tez Johnson, it's a drop off. After Tez, it's a drop off.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not wrong.
But I think somebody that's going to be a stud. I know it's not going to do with the Bears because we're not going to get him, obviously. But I think Luther Burden III is going to be a stud, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's going.
He's falling. He's falling.
Mostly because I think it's speed, or he's not.
We'll
he
see
was a
what happens.
4.41.
But we'll see what the combine says. See if he runs.
I don't understand why McMillan's getting under hype because maybe he's just big. He's just big and just catches.
He's a good possession receiver. He's one of the guys that fit into the NFL mold of what a number one receiver can be.
Yeah.
He didn't do that much last year.
Yeah, but you find the right system with the right
right coaching staff that get you
coaching staff. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if Green Bay were to get him, they can use him. They can know a way to use him. But I don't think he's gonna fall to Green Bay. I hope to God he don't.
Yeah, I hope one gets. I hope Green Bay gets nothing.
Nothing. Nada.
All right. Just in other draft picks, is there a guy in the draft that you are following that you're really interested to see where he lands? Not even Bears related, just a guy in the draft that you're really interested to see where he lands.
Ibuka from Ohio State. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I think he goes to Tampa Bay.
Ooh, that's a nice fit for him. That'd be a nice fit for him.
I think Godwin could end up in the Chicago Bears uniform. As far as Godwin goes, because that's a good slot receiver that could get open for Caleb Williams, and I could see Ibuka going there and be opposite Mike Evans and kind of opening it up for him.
Well, with Godwin, he just came off a knee injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's
older.
They could get him on a cheap deal. I wouldn't be surprised to get him on a cheap deal.
I don't think you'll get a cheap deal, but I could see you getting Godwin for $10 million.
How many years? How many years?
Two. I don't want more than 2 years.
It's like a 2 years, 20 million, 2 years, 26 million, something around that range.
Yep.
I can see that.
I mean, Godwin's 28 years old right now. So 2 or 3 years. Even you did a 3-year, $30 million contract.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Is there a player for you, Baron, that you think that is in the draft that you'd like to follow?
I play a lot of college football 25, and Ollie Gordon didn't have a great season last year, and I'm going to try to see where he falls in this after last year, pretty much being on Oklahoma State team that just blew it all this year.
Understood. For me, Colston Loveland did not benefit of having a good quarterback. Colston Loveland still might be the second best tight end in the entire draft. He might be the best. He has a chance to be that. That's how good Loveland is. He was passes that were like at his feet, and he was trying to catch the stuff. Colston Loveland can change the way a offense works. So, like a team like the Chargers get their hands on Colston Loveland to go with their quarterback already.
If he's there, they're going to pick him.
Justin Herbert with Colston Loveland is it.
Yeah.
That's a great way for it to work. And I think that would be a great pick for them. And I can't wait to follow what Colston Loveland does going further.
Yeah.
Where does Cam Ward go?
I think he goes number 1.
He's going number 1
to Tennessee.
I think Tennessee will draft number 1.
I was hearing they might trade out of that number 1 spot. I don't think that's true. They're going to do it.
Even if they do. They trade out of it. The Raiders go up to number 4. They stay at it goes up to number 1. They go to number 4, and then they get Shedeur Sanders. It depends on who they like more.
Well, I don't think any of them's going to Cleveland. I think Shedeur does not want to go to Cleveland.
No, I think Cleveland's going. No, Cleveland has to replace They have to replace somebody already. So, if Myles Garrett's going to be leaving, they have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're going to wait until a great offer is going to show up. They're going to wait.
Cleveland is going to have to go in my Abdul Carter. I think Cleveland goes Abdul Carter. I think Cam Ward goes number 1. I think Abdul Carter goes number 2. I think Hunter goes number 3. To the Giants, that makes a lot of sense. Big bang for your buck. I think number 4, you're looking at. I'm gonna go Will Campbell, number 4.
Will Campbell, number 4, that high, huh?
Just the Patriots.
I was thinking the Patriots might go Travis Hunter at 4 because the
I don't think he'll still be there. That's why I think the Giants go Travis Hunter,
and he's playing corner. Right?
Yep. And then the Giants could use him at corner, and then put him every other play or every other series. You put him at wide receiver. Why the Giants? Because they already have their wide receiver too. And putting him on the field with him makes him even more dynamic.
But they need a quarterback bad over there too.
As they already have Wandale. They have Wandale. Who's good. They have Neighbors.
No, Malik Neighbors is the difference. The speed of Malik Neighbors allows Travis Hunter to be that second guy who go Wandale. All of a sudden, that wide receiver core looks good.
Really, they just need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a guy who will be, if he were to leave a certain place, would be just a good fit over there.
I wouldn't mind that at all. With Brian Daboll with Justin Fields, I think that's a good fit. I really always think Justin Fields should go where Brian Daboll is and see if he can get the best out of him, make him a guy like Josh Allen.
I do think if you have Travis Hunter, Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson in the fold, that means the Bears could be looking at Slayton too, though. Darius Slayton.
No, I don't want just Slayton.
You don't want Slayton?
I only want him in my team. I want winners. Only want winners.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I'll take it.
He's just a big body dude. He screams Kenny Galladay.
No, there's Slayton. I just think that he's injury prone. I don't think he's going to be on a team that's going to win. I think he's a better football player than I've ever been. That's not even a question for me, but I think when I'm comparing him to other NFL wide receivers, then I don't think he leaves a lot wanting for me.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys got any questions that we want to go over before we get out of here today?
How do you feel about, this is my last question, just the whole dynamic with, I know you finally got the coaching staff in place. They announced it a couple of days ago. What is your opinion on the coaching staff as a whole, now that everything's all put together now that we know who we have as far as in the fold?
I think that you have a lot of personalities, and it's going to really take Ben Johnson to be a very strong leader, to be able to lead a group of men like this and to keep them in their place, because there's a lot of people that know what they're supposed to be doing that have loud personalities that are going to challenge a lot of things. Can Ben Johnson be a strong enough personality to keep them all in line? Right. If he can, this could be really good. If he can't, this could be a cluster.
He alluded to it today that he got a lot of strong minds on his staff, with Bieniemy and Dennis Allen. Like I said, that could be a really good thing, having all those guys in the room. But like you said, it can create a cluster, because you got guys now, if you struggle, that's waiting in the wings that can take over.
No, they're not going to take over because he's the first-time head coach.
Right.
The problem is that
they're going to scream fight. They're going.
Yeah, it's gonna be. You should do this. No, we should do this. It's just like, but like I said, it could be to his benefit, because Dennis Allen has been a head coach before. So with time management and see how that stuff goes with that could be a huge plus, though.
I'm not worried about Dennis Allen, because he's a soft-spoken guy. He's a nice guy. He's not a big cursor talking about your mama, none of that stuff. That's not who Dennis Allen is. So I'm okay with him. And Bieniemy is that guy. So I don't know how that's going to work with Ben Johnson, like trying to tell him about his job. What what's going to happen with Antoine Randall, who's also a very strong part personality, hears Bieniemy say the wrong thing to Ben Johnson, and he wants to fight him.
Yeah.
You know, but Bieniemy, you remember, is a running back, guys. You know, he was a NFL running back. He is not he ain't scared of nobody. But I tell you, Randall isn't either. I played against that man, and that man is amazing. So I'm just saying there's a lot of personalities in here that are going to be a lot of crazy things going on. And then you got Declan at offensive coordinator, who is a relatively unknown guy at the age of 28. How is that going to work all together? I don't know.
But I'll take this staff over what Eberflus has bought the last few years on his staff. So I don't know. From the paper, on paper, it looks like a better staff on paper. But like I said, we got to see it. We have to see it in 4K. We got to see it on the field. We got to see it in the locker room. We got to see it in interviews. We got to see it all over the place. I mean, if these guys are going to jail.
At the end of the day, coaches only can put you in a position. Players got to play.
That's true. That's true. All right, that's all I got.
B, do you have another one final question for us?
No, I really don't.
Okay. I'm going to ask you guys one final question, all right?
All right.
The Bears have this 4th round pick, and all of a sudden we have a chance at Henderson, Judkins, or what's that wide receiver we just talked about?
Tez.
Yep, Tez. Which one do you grab?
Henderson.
Judkins.
I'm getting Tez, and this is why we can't be. This is why we can't be general managers right there, because all of us had different answer. And no one knows what the truth would be. That's my point. That's what I wanted to leave with. I want us to show, once again, guys, this is an inaccurate science. All you're going to do is try to talk to these people and figure out the best move you can. Don't be mad if something doesn't work out. Only thing you can do is trust people that spend their time doing it and roll with it.
That's all you can do. Got to roll with the punches.
All right, guys. We hit almost 55 minutes, so we almost at our hour, so we're going to get out of here tonight. Thank you guys so much. We're going to be breaking down the combine. I'm actually going to start doing a little bit of a position breakdown, especially on the ones that we talked about. We need edge rusher, guard, center, tackle, safety. We're in running back. We'll kind of break down the top 5 for next week. I'm going to have a board out here, and we'll list them in our preference, and we'll talk about which ones the Bears should be identifying. So till then, I'm Brian the Grizzly. We got Baron over here. We got Grant the Cub down there, and we will see you guys next week.
See you next week.
See you next week. I want to see better. I want to see some good players.
Sounds good. Bye.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so